We're back. Sorry for that. We lost the connection, but now we're back. In the meantime, PlatZHirsch took a break on UFO and it's currently 6-6. All back on serve. Interesting deep pass does connect to a cutter who was already there, but too quick to shoot it into the end zone and a D-by. I believe that's Boord en Breije. UFO setting up in what looks like a horizontal stack, but one cutter is very close. Adjusting for the kind of junky zone look that the Swiss team is throwing at them. Ooh, and they do get a block with that. That's a nice kind of layout ED. Could not be saved by UFO. And they immediately get to the end zone. Big pile up. No one comes down with it. Might be a call there, or at least some players on the field. But they look to be okay, and that's a turnover. And a chance for UFO to get their hold. So PlatZHirsch again with a kind of zony look, but a huge blade to try to force their way out of it. Doesn't quite connect to the receiver. And PlatZHirsch here with a chance to break and get back on serve. Ooh, interesting break shot. That's not the right angle. He's trying it again without the disc this time, but he's gonna have some bad dreams about that one maybe. Okay, UFO trying to work their way out of this junky zone look. There's no cutter here on the right side of the field for the continuation. But UFO patiently working it upfield. Or not so patiently when Boor's on the disc. That's a beautiful bladey throw. Do not really know about the wind conditions today, but Boor doesn't seem to be bothered by it at all. And a nice quick advance further from there. That's a great way to break open whatever zone the other team is throwing at you. It's a beautiful throw. Timeout called by UFO. Hadn't used a timeout yet at this point, and probably trying to put on a good D-line to get a break for half, start on offense, and get some advantage over the other team. PlatZHirsch with the disc in their hand, so I believe that was not a timeout, but actually halftime. So UFO, after their goal, are starting again on offense here. Ball going up. UFO a bit static, maybe expecting already that junky zone look. Let's see what UFO has in store for us this point. See how they work their way out of it. With Boer as a center hander, of course, advancing it up the field. That's a nice shot to break open on the break side, getting it back to the center of the field. Ooh, and in the transition from zone to person defense, left one man unguarded, and UFO finds them for a nice and easy score to make it 8-6. To mute, yeah. It's a big pull from UFO. Way to get there early. Still get a throw off, but and we get a zony look also from UFO. Looks to be kind of a cup zone, maybe wall with some trap on the sideline. But PlatZHirsch quickly advance. Have to go back a little bit though. But don't seem too phased by the zone. Patiently working their way up there. Or not so patiently, very fast shot through the cup. Not really ready, the receiver. And there's a chance for UFO to get the break. A nice patient offense by UFO. Gets them all the way into the end zone for the 9-6. So let's see if they come out with this zone again. Put some pressure, give them some different defense looks. Right, fast and short pull by UFO. Quickly got it to the middle. UFO's another type of zone, it looks like, or maybe they just set up a little bit further away from the handlers this time. Might be just trying out their different looks in the last bit of this game. With more patient offense by PlatZHirsch this time, as we have a foul on the mark, I believe. Quickly gets it through the cup. UFO now looking like they're transitioning to a person defense. Very crowded in front of the disc in the end zone. Not a lot of space, but getting it to the break side. And a nice goal on the other side. Good dumping and swinging from PlatZHirsch to find finally the open option in the end zone to get their first goal of the second half. 8-9. That is 7-9. Of course, UFO still up by, I believe that's 2 or 3 breaks. It's a big ball floating out of bounds. It's going to be bricked by UFO. And Bordembre on the disc. It's their center handler for UFO. Getting a person defense now. UFO setting up on a horizontal stack. Nice first movement from Maxime van Oldenbeek. Ooh, wobbles, but still catches the disc. UFO a little bit static. Maybe I had to transition a bit, thinking it was going to be a zone. The deepest shot goes up into the end zone, but Bordembre cannot quite get there. So that's a break chance for PlatZHirsch. Some early cuts from the stack, but decides to go for the dump option. Advances it again with the handler. Deep shot going off. Not sure I really like the option. Cannot quite connect to the receiver there. Good positioning by UFO. As they set up again in a horizontal stack. Early cut, but doesn't quite get there. And heads up defense by the defender of another player for a short field chance to break here again. Oh, yes, that's a good way to use that poachy defense. The defender just stepped off for a step or two, tried to cover the open side there, helping out their teammate, but leaving their own player very unguarded on the break side of the field. Good vision by the thrower. Nice rundown by the receiver. So that's a break to make it 9-8. So UFO and PlatZHirsch in a pool of 5 teams. They are also playing against Smash D from the UK, Heidi's from Germany, and Revolutionaire from France. believe there's a total of 18 teams in this open division here, so 2 pools of 5 and 2 pools of 4 to start off the tournament with. It's looking like it's going to be an exciting pool, this one, with the other game also at a 9-8 score for Smash D over Revolutionaire. So UFO again with a kind of wide horizontal stack, maybe already expecting that junky zone defense, trying to slowly work up their way on the field. It's a high release backhand. Oof. Nice attacking the disc by the offense. It's taken down by the defense while doing it, but quickly resolved and play resumed. Nice, beautiful way. UFO working their way through the zone. Maybe they figured out quite where the holes were and just slowly getting it into the end zone with another assist from Board and Brehem to make it 10-8 for UFO. That was Maxime van Onderbeek with the third goal of the game here. And Boer with his third assist. UFO with a big pull out of bounds. So offense has a chance to start from the Brickmar. Setting up, choosing to set up in their side stack anyway, regardless of them having to brick it. I'd say that's an interesting choice. UFO either going for a zoney look or maybe just poaching off of the cutters all being in the same space on the field. Cannot quite make use of the chaos that occurred after that side stack, but still getting it to the break side. Not advancing so much on the field. There's some nice dumping and swinging, shooting straight from the end zone. The defense is there and gets just enough hand on it to make it unable for the receiver to catch that one. So UFO with another chance to break here. Fakes the hug, but goes for the under option. However, couldn't quite hold on to it, the receiver. So that's a short field for the team from Zurich to get this hold. Oh, that was a tricky catch by the receiver. It does hold on to it. Looking to find an open option upfield. Overshoots, but still gets caught by another player. That's a beautiful catch. Looks to be a little bit windy now. Some of the throws not really quite getting off the way that the thrower might want. Receivers having some issue catching the disc, but they are able to hold on to it to make it 10-9.
As well.
It's a huge pull, getting fielded quickly by UFO. Looks to be a Persian defense now. Fakes the hug. Looking for the dump option. Struggles a little bit, but still gets open, and he throws the hug. It's floating nice. Maybe a bit too nice, and the defense can get down with it. A little wobble still and a bit from UFO, but not enough. So PlatZHirsch here with a break chance. To make it even. There's a call on the field. Not sure what happened there. Nice patience from the thrower there, finding his dump eventually and advancing into the break side. Another nice break shot, but intercepted by UFO. I believe that's Maxime. Maybe not. Nice inside shot to the dump. Has a deep cutter, but the throw was too low and gets intercepted by a defender who immediately picks it up, shoots to the end zone, and a nice trailing edge catch. We're tied up again at 10-10. Right, we're back at 10-10. UFO still with one break ahead. Receiving the pull here, centering it to Dembrea. Overshoots one receiver and dropped by the other one. Wasn't quite ready for that disc to get into his hands, I believe. And a short break opportunity to get back on serve here. With an interesting throw to the break side, very fast, maybe a bit unexpected. The receiver cannot quite hold on to it. And UFO back with the disc in their hand. Looks again to be that junky zone look that we've seen earlier this game. Trying to get out of it with a floaty hammer, but the conditions are not quite there. Maybe a bit too much wind. And overshoots the receiver by a little bit. Some discussion there between the two players. Not too happy about the contact maybe. And PlatZHirsch here with another short break opportunity. And some way comes down with that throw. Interesting choice there. And maybe a bit too hasty, trying to get that break and get back on serve there, making some interesting decisions. Doesn't quite work out for them. A nice D by Boord and Breje. It's a hammer to break out to the zone immediately. Gets the follow-up pass. Streaking cutting to the end zone and holds on to that. Another interesting pass. Not sure what's happening here. If it's really the wind conditions, maybe losing the focus a little bit there on some of the throws, both teams. But this time the receiver is able to hold on to it. And UFO with the 11-10 lead. There's a zony look here from UFO. Maybe try to stall the game a bit nearing the end here. They're up by 11-10. Patient offense, working it through the cup there. UFO now switching to a person defense and not a great shot, immediately turn it over in the transition. And UFO with another chance, but a layout bid attempt, uncontested foul. So receiver gets the disc anyway. So UFO now here with a chance to break to make it 12-10. Floaty pass overshoots the receiver and no one there to pick up the garbage except some defense who quickly picks it up, advances it up the field. Looking for the end zone shot, decides not to take it, maybe learned from the mistakes by the previous throwers in these wind conditions. Decides not to go for the bladey shot into the end zone. Ooh, but gets not hand blocked, calls a foul there on the release. Quickly uncontested. Accepted. Quickly accepted by the marker. Doesn't quite hold on to the disc there, no call. Thought maybe some bumping from the back, but decides that it didn't affect his catching. And UFO again with the opportunity for a break here. Deep cut going from the handler position, but doesn't come off from the thrower. It's a good choice, I think. Still tries to shoot it into the end zone, gets deep, but another receiver is there to pick up the trash and give UFO another break to make it 12-10. And we're nearing the end of the game here. So UFO with a good position to finish out this game. Probably only needs to get one more goal. Not sure on the rules here. But I assume that there's a cap +1 to finish out all the games. So both teams not afraid to take some, I would say, risky shots, especially in these windy conditions. Not all of them quite make it there, but makes for some interesting receivers to watch trying to come down with those discs. Still not quite sure on the wind condition, but it does look to be a little bit windy, as you can see from those kind of bladey throws that get picked up by the wind a little bit. Not really get where they are supposed to go, but they are still trying to take those shots anyway. Maybe towards the end of this game might be smarter to be a little bit more patient, try to get some nice flat discs off. As they are trying to do here, but there's no receiver there. Immediately throw into the end zone and a really nice layout bid by the receiver there. But there might be a call on the field. Not sure if the team from Zurich is thinking that it might have been down. And it's called a goal. That's a beautiful bid to get another break for UFO. They're up 13-10 now. So there's still some time for PlatZHirsch to get it back, or is there? Might be some discussion as to whether the game is over, and it is over. That's UFO with the 13-10 win over PlatZHirsch to start off the tournament here in this spring invite. We have a lot more games coming for you on the stream, streaming from several cities across Europe. So stay tuned for a lot more Ultimate to watch today and tomorrow.